Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 19 from Mirage Comics. So this issue came out March 1989, and finally we are back to continuing the main story. So this was written by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, and it was drawn by Jim Lawson and inked by Peter Laird. And yeah, we're finally continuing the main story. No more one shots from guest writers and artists and stuff. At least for now, that might change. But yeah, finally we continue the adventures of the turtles. So yeah, after they've been driven off from New York, they have chilled out at Northampton, where they have basically been gathering themselves and trying to deal with the fact that they got their asses handed to them. And it's been a year since then. And we start off with Raphael in the sewers, unconscious. And then we cut to a flashback where we have the turtles at the farmhouse in Northampton. And Raphael basically snaps. He's like, I can't stand it anymore. And everyone kind of ignores him. And he keeps saying this until finally he just yells out and says, it's been a whole year and we're just stuck here. We're not doing anything. Yeah, we got our butts handed to us, but are we just going to give up, or is that it? Why aren't we going back and getting our revenge and stuff? And everyone's just kind of like, life is good here. We just got to give it time to heal, make sure that Leo gets the time that he needs to gather himself and get better. Like, we're not the guardians of the society. Like, it's not our job to keep everyone safe and stuff like that. We were just doing that because we could, but that's not what we're supposed to be doing anyways. And Raphael just can't take enough of it. He's like, Leo has failed us. If he's too scared, then that means he can no longer lead. Maybe someone else should be in charge. And that's when Leo shows up. And we get a confrontation between him and Raph, which leads to a fight between the two. And we basically get a multi-page action scene, which is Leo and Raph fighting each other. And it ends with Raph actually beating Leo. Leo gets the upper hand at one point, pins Raph down with the wooden sword, and basically tells, it's basically like, I beat you. And Raph's like, next time don't use a wooden sword. So he grabs it, throws Leo off, and then kicks him and tosses him through the barn wall. And then he just leaves and says that, if no one wants to come with him, then he's just going to go to New York by himself. And that's when we cut to the present day, where we see the Foot Clan, and they're running through the sewers. They're running towards where Raphael is unconscious, and they actually run past his little hideaway. But at this point in time, he's awake, and he's hiding in the shadows, and he waits for them to pass by, and then he chases after them. And that's when he decides to attack them. So then we get more fight scenes. This time it's between Raph and the Foot Clan. And it's a pretty cool fight scene. A lot of action. Raph stabbing everyone. I'm assuming he's killing the Foot Clan, because we see blood and stuff coming out from his side. So I guess they no longer have an issue with killing people, because I remember that was like, it's funny because before they had no issue with killing people. They would, the very first issue had them murdering Foot Clan and Shredder. And then all of a sudden it switched to them like, hey, we don't murder people, blah, blah, blah. And now it looks like Raps is okay with murdering people as long as if they're Foot Clan. I don't know what the rules are. But yeah, so he's back to murdering people, I guess. And there's this one panel that I kind of laughed, because it's just the way it's drawn. It's just like, oh, maybe you could have did this scene a little bit different. So Raphael jumps to fight one of the Foot Clan soldiers. And he turns, I guess, to put his hand up to brace himself. And the way it's drawn, it looks like he's about to shove his finger up Raph's poop chute. Like, I don't know how else to describe this panel, but it looks like he's about to basically shove his fingers up Raph's butt or something. Or he's about to, like, flick his balls or something. But yeah, he basically lands on the Foot Clan and shanks him. So that's another Foot Clan dead, and Raph's like, all right, more coming this way. And sure enough, more Foot Clan soldiers show up. So Raph starts fighting all of them again, and once again he starts attacking and beating them and slicing them up with the sai, and I'm assuming killing them. And then he's like, wait, there aren't any more coming, like, but something is coming. something strange, something that smells somewhat familiar. What is it? And then all of a sudden, this big hulking figure shows up, and then Raph screams, and then we cut to the rest of the turtles who have now returned back to New York City, and they jumped out inside the sewers to go back to their hideaway. And as soon as they find the entrance to their hideout and they go inside, they see Raph just sitting down, and he's like, welcome home. I knew you guys were going to show up. I have a plan, and I have a little bit of help now. And all of a sudden, a Triceraton shows up, and that's how that issue ends. So I was like, all right, sweet. So the turtles are going to team up with this Triceraton warrior to take out the Foot Clan. That's what it's looking. But either way, I'm just glad that we're going back to New York and we're continuing on with the main story. It's about time, because the last time we had this was issue 14. And you might be saying, well, that was just only 5 issues. Yeah, 5 issues plus the Tales of series that I did. I mean, I know I didn't have to do it, but I decided to do this in publication order. So what was that, like another 5 issues or so? So that's like 10 issues or about where we didn't have anything with the main story. Or at least it feels like that. But yeah, back to the main story. I am kind of bummed that Kevin Eastman didn't do the illustration for this. I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty decent artwork. But of course, I would like Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird to take the reign, to basically control everything, to do the writing and the artwork, and not just focus on one or the other. But at least we have Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Is it Laird or Lard? I'm gonna say Laird. Seems like maybe it'll be Laird. But yeah, it's glad to have Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird back to writing together and continue on with the main story. I'm interested to see where it's going. It's also cool to have just basically an entire issue just dedicated to fighting. That's pretty much what this was. It was Raph fighting Leo, then Raph fighting a group of Foot Clan ninjas, and then Raph fighting another group of Foot Clan ninjas, and then the big reveal at the end. So a lot of action, which I'm totally down for. And it's kind of cool to see the inspiration for the TV episode that I watched, because this was actually in the 2003 TV series, the one that like Mirage had a bigger hand when it came to like writing and stuff like that. Basically, they were more involved in that series than any other TMNT series. And there is a episode, I think it's 3-part episode arc that covers this. That has them going back to New York and stuff like that. So it's cool to see the actual original version that episode, adapted from. So yeah, good artwork, good writing, freaking awesome to come back to the main story and continuing on with that. Obviously, I would like Kevin Eastman and stuff to actually do the illustration and not just the writing. But either way, it's not like the art was bad or anything like that. It's good artwork. I like the artwork and stuff. It's just, obviously, when it comes to TMN and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I prefer Eastman's stuff. But yeah, I'm so glad that we're back to New York, back to the main story, back to dealing with the Foot Clan and Shredder, and no more guest writers and illustrators for now. But obviously, I know that they're gonna make their return soon. So I gotta enjoy this while I can. But there you go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 19. Return to New York City. Or Return to New York. Book 1. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far. And I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.